Picture this, Jen Sincero sitting at a rustic cafe in New Mexico, scribbling furious notes as the desert sun dips below the mesas. She's on a mission to crack the code of why you keep holding yourself back. But here's the twist. It's not some complicated mystery, it's all in your head. What if the biggest block to living your badass life isn't the outside world but your own mind? Stay with me, because this wild ride through self-love, money mojo, and mindset magic is gonna flip everything you thought you knew about success. You've got a voice inside that's trash-talking you nonstop. Jen calls it the inner hater. Sounds brutal, right? But what if that jerk isn't the truth, just a busted record playing the past? Let's see how you'll finally shut it up for good. In one therapy session, Jen admits she faced a brutal truth. Her own mind was her worst enemy. She realized that all those thoughts telling her she wasn't good enough, smart enough, or worthy were just worn-out tapes from old hurts and fears. The exact moment she named that voice was the moment she started kicking its ass, and that's when her real transformation kicked off. Think of your brain like a runaway gossip queen at a town square. She loves to spread rumors, mostly about you. She doesn't always check facts. She just yells the loudest and makes you believe it's gospel. That inner hater is that gossip queen, loud, relentless, and mostly wrong. But remember, the queen only rules if you listen. Once Jen kicked that voice to the curb, she reclaimed her power and started talking to herself like a champion. Suddenly, fears lost their grip and doors that seemed forever closed started creaking open. That's the secret. Silence the noise, and you create space for badassery. It's not magic, it's rewriting the script you've been fed. Fear is that sneaky gatekeeper making you second-guess every move. Jen's got a way to rip down those fences without getting stuck in what-if quicksand. Let's break out and see what happens on the other side. Jen remembers staring down a career-defining choice: stay safe in a steady gig or leap into the unknown as a coach. Fear had her frozen, heart racing. But instead of listening, she pictured fear as a blinking red light in a quiet intersection. And then, she did the unthinkable. She walked anyway. That one step cracked open her whole new world. Fear works like a false traffic light on an empty street. Sometimes it shines red just to keep you stopped, even when it's perfectly safe to go. That little flicker triggers your brain's survival instinct, making you hesitate or turn back, but it's an illusion. Learning to see fear as a bluff is your sharpest tool. Jen's leap didn't just change her career, it rewired her entire mindset about risk and reward. Once you cross the fence fear builds, you realize the grass is way greener, and that fear's job was only to make landing sweet after the jump. That's the freedom you're craving, moving first and trusting the ground to catch you. Money, the great taboo and biggest stress trigger. Jen flips the script by treating cash like a wild friend you gotta vibe with, not avoid. Ready to build a badass wallet and attitude? Hold tight. Jen admits she used to think money was a scarce resource meant for other people, not her. Raised with poor girl programming, she avoided thinking about cash like it was a poisonous plant. But one day, a blunt mirror moment forced her to see she was literally rejecting opportunities and wealth because she thought she didn't deserve it. Imagine money energy like a wild party where everyone's invited but you have to bring your own vibe. If you show up negative or unsure, the party's dull and you get ignored. But come confident, bring the right energy, and suddenly wealth wants to dance with you. You don't chase money, your vibe attracts it. Once Jen flipped from scarcity to abundance, she noticed a flood of new opportunities, even checks she never expected. The secret? Owning your worth isn't arrogance, it's survival. When you honor your value, the universe starts cutting you in on the deal. That's how you make some damn money already. This isn't about fake bravado or hype. It's unearthing the real, fierce, bold version of you lurking beneath doubt and self-sabotage. Jen lays out how to find it with surprising clarity. Jen tells the story of walking into a room full of successful strangers, heart pounding, feeling like a fraud. Then something clicked. She chose to own the room, not shrink from it. That choice felt like stepping into a superhero suit, and suddenly she wasn't pretending anymore. That's when badassery stopped being about action and started being about mindset. Think of confidence like your biceps. If you never work them, they're weak, but the more you flex, the stronger they get. Badassery isn't some magic gift, it's repeated acts of daring, saying no to fear and yes to yourself. Every small win is a rep in your power-building workout. Once you start flexing your badass muscle daily, your whole life reshapes. People notice, opportunities come easier, and your own self-respect skyrockets. It's like your world syncs with your new vibe instantly. The badass version of you wasn't lost, just waiting to be trained and unleashed. Jen's ultimate ask: stop settling for meh and start living a life that makes you feel alive, now, not someday. It's bold, it's funny, and it's yours for the taking. Jen throws down a fierce challenge. What's the life you would live if you weren't scared or doubtful? She shares how she rewrote her story from couch-sitting insecure to globetrotting success coach in a matter of years by making choices that terrified her but thrilled her. She dares you to start writing your own legendary story where you're the hero. The now principle is a game changer. One day is a trap where dreams go to die. Jen compares it to a train that leaves the station, whether you're on it or not. Every moment you wait is a missed ticket to your next level life. Jump on the train before it's gone. Legendary living isn't about giant leaps, it's about tiny, fierce choices repeated over time. A yes instead of a maybe, a bold call instead of silence, a new habit instead of old excuses. These sparks catch fire and burn down the barriers, lighting up your whole freaking path forward. Remember that desert cafe where Jen first started scribbling that life-changing manifesto? That fiery moment of choice is inside you too. You're sitting at your crossroads right now. Will you listen to that old tape or rewrite the soundtrack? Here's your shot. Name that inner critic, take one bold step despite fear, claim your worth like a boss, and flex your confidence muscle every damn day. Try it today. It's not just a book, it's your next level life calling, and trust me, badass isn't some myth. It's your birthright, ready to be claimed. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.